What's going on, fam, and welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas coming up. Today, we're just going to be talking about some cards that I am scouting out on the market. These are not Pokemon. Typically, they are Pokemon. I am also into other stuff. I'm into different One Piece cards as well as Dragon Ball. And there's some other stuff I'm looking at as well. But as the market is cooling off, especially during the holiday season, that's when you really want to pay attention to the market. A lot of people's money is tight right now, right? They have to buy gifts. They have to buy things for the family. There's a lot of stuff going on and money is tight. And when money is tight, people are going to start offering some of their products, selling it for a little bit cheaper. So keep your eyes peeled. There's going to be a lot of discounts out there. The market is cooling off in general across the board for all TCGs right now. Now, there are some cards that are still going up. There's still hype around a lot of different stuff out there. MetaZoo is pretty much fucking dead if you haven't noticed that by now, even with the Hello Kitty shit that no one really cared about. But we'll see what happens, man. If they're ever going to put a pulse back on that game, I highly doubt it right now. Boxes are in the fucking trash. But I still like what I have, right? I'm not going to sit there and hate on that. I enjoyed the cards at one time. I have quite a bit in the stash. And it was a cool time, man. It was a cool era. Luckily, I offloaded a bunch of it. And there's still some people holding on, right? And that's the thing. You have people in these different TCGs that they're caught holding the bag. They're bag holders. And you can't sit there and hold that bag forever because you're going to get dumped on, right? Unless you just really want to ride that shit to zero, then good luck. Do your thing. But generally, I would say Pokemon is pretty much a safe haven. Anytime, people get freaked out and they go from shit like Akora and Nostalgics and everything, eventually when they start to get burned, they jump back on that Pokemon boat. And that's what they do, right? Because it's pretty much a safe haven. There's cards out there from the older, eras, black and white, stuff like that, Sun and Moon, even Sword and Shield, where it's a lot less risky to hold on to than if you're buying something that's just being speculative right now. And one that is really booming that a lot of people have been paying attention to for, I've been looking at it since Romance Dawn, right? OP01, so One Piece. Now, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm going to be frank. I never watched the anime. I heard it was really, really awesome. The books are awesome. The manga, everything about One Piece is really awesome. I did see it all around Japan, so I do know a lot of the characters, and I do have some cards in the stash. I've ripped quite a few boxes. I've had the manga Shanks. I've had the Namis. I've had some Boas. I've had a lot of cool stuff, some alternate art Luffy's. And one in particular that we're going to look at first is the big hit card. And this one really got me fiending right now. Really, I don't know why, dude. You ever have a card that comes out for a TCG that you don't even really pay attention to, but the card art is just spectacular and then it just draws you in and you really want to buy it. And that's what this is doing for me right now. This OP05. Now, not only is Luffy a big character, he's the main character in One Piece. And this card is what's known as one of the manga cards. So the manga cards in the sets are the huge cards, right? Sabo, I believe you had Sabo. You had manga Shanks. You have manga Luffy Gen 5. So Gen 5 is like the best gen that you can get for Luffy. It's like the god Luffy. And it's a big deal. And it's just all white and black. And this card is badass. Right now, the asking price for this card, number 119 parallel from OP05, they're asking $2,600. It's in Japanese, and to the left of it, you actually see it says Gear 5. Now, this is the cheaper version. If you pull this, you'll have some excitement, but it's not the same, right? This is like $60 for 7 hours left, or 24 bids, so it's about a $60 card right now. It'll probably go to like $100, $150. I have no idea, but $2,600 for this alternate art. As you scroll down, I don't see a lot of them right here. They are not super common. You have one at $2,300, $4.13 shipping, and then that's about right. See, the cheaper version is $125.99. So I see one right here, 0 bids is $17.99 and $24.99 respectively. Now let's go ahead and move over to the sold listings and see what it's looking like. So right now the Luffy is going for about $1,450. One in October sold for $1,001. So this card has crept up in price in the last month, right? In the last month, this card has crept up in price by a couple $100. And then looking down here, a PSA 9 sold for $1,284 in September, which is lower than the raw price now. So if that's still the case, you want to crack it out of your PSA 9. because it's more expensive as a binder card. Right here in September, $1,100. And then October 12/25. This card has been all over the place. Look at this, December 15th, $1,880. Now, I have seen over time that Bandai Namco cards, Dragon Ball Super and One Piece tend to do a lot better price-wise with Beckett. So in a BGS 10 gold label, it tends to do better. You see right here a 9.5, $1,275. 9.5, $1,575. Tends to be all over the place, right? 9.5, they're just all over the place. And it's a really nice card. I'm going to go ahead and click on one and kind of give you a close-up. Let me know what y'all think about this, man. Give me a comment down below. Do you like One Piece? Are you buying it? What do you think about the manga cards if this ever pulls up with my slow-ass internet? All right, so here we go. This is a close-up of the card. Silver background with black, purple, and white. This card is fucking fire. It is fire. And a lot of people have been going crazy because they've been talking about who would win in a battle, man. Who would win, Goku or Gen 5 Luffy? Who would win? Let me know. Let me know what y'all think. All right, so let's go ahead and move over. We're going to be looking at the OP05 booster box. This is in English and see how much it's going for. So right now, $169.95. The box is fire as well. It has the same Luffy artwork and it just looks really awesome. December 16th, $167. So that's right around where this box price is at, between $169 to about $180. And then of course, you have the Japanese right here. The Japanese box, $69 for that. And that's where you can hit that big banger. Hit that big Luffy right there. So as we transition, right, we talked about Luffy, we talked about One Piece, and I said we're not talking about Pokemon. So I'm going to talk about two other things. And when I look at cards that I really want and I'm waiting for the prices to go down and pull that trigger, whether it's a trade or to buy them, I watch them over time until they hit that low. And there's two cards that have been coming down, right? A lot of attention has been off of these cards because they've been going to One Piece. And we're going to talk about that. There's two cards I've been eyeing in all of Dragon Ball Super, and they are fire. They are absolutely stunning. And these are two cards that I am after. Now that Luffy can wait, right? If I pull it, that's cool. If it comes to me, that's cool in a trade or whatever. But two cards I am waiting to pull the trigger on. I've been waiting for about a year and I ripped a ton of product and could not pull them. Here's the first one, right? You have the Goku Awakened Power and a PSA 10. This is a grail right here. 2018, a fucking grail. This came from the Tournament of Power booster box. There's a lot of hit cards inside of that set. That box, last time I checked, I don't know what it is right now, but it was like a $2,500 Dragon Ball booster box. So this has come down. This was a few $1,000s. And a PSA 10 right now, it's $1,125. As of December 14th. That is not bad. December 7th, you can see it was $2,016, but it did come from Australia. And then a PSA 8, $550. I wouldn't even be mad if I had a PSA 8. I just want this card in my collection. And this is what I was talking about. December 4th, $3,495 because it's a Beckett Gold 10 for a Dragon Ball card. Now, One Piece and Dragon Ball Super are made by the same company. We just talked about that. And Dragon Ball is grail, right? I watched Dragon Ball as a kid. I'm big into Dragon Ball. I love everything about it. But of course, something as big as One Piece and it's fresh, it's new, it's taken a lot of life away from Dragon Ball cards. And that's the time to be paying attention because these cards that are grails are going down in value. This card has come down quite a bit. I have a guy offering me one right now in a trade for roughly $600. It does have some white specks, not that many, but you know, I'm thinking about picking it up. I really, really love this card. And I do want to give y'all a close-up of this one as well. If you don't know about it, right, to pay homage to this card because it is really awesome. All right, check that out. Check out the Son Goku Awakened Power from the Tournament of Power box. That card is stunning. A really awesome card. And Dragon Ball, right, they had to up the ante. This was not enough. 2018, a secret rare card was not enough. So at that time, they only had SCRs And then they came out with the GDR, right? They came out with a God Rare to up the ante on this. And it was hard to really up it because it's Goku, right? Goku's the main character. The first God Rare was not Goku. It was Vegeta, right? And this is the second card that I've been eyeing for quite a while. This did not come out in 2018. This one came out in, I think, 2022. I have to see the year, but I do believe it's 2022. And this one came out from the Realm of the Gods booster box. I don't know what that box is right now either, but it's definitely not $2,000. And there was a secret rare Vegeta inside the box as well. It's not worth a lot today. PSA 10 is worth like 140 bucks. But this card was the first God Rare that Dragon Ball had produced. And it was Vegeta. And this card is stunning. I want this card more than the Son Goku. And this one has come down quite a bit as well because raw, it used to be about $2,000-$3,000. And right now you can buy it raw. December 4th near mint went still very, very hefty at $1,325. But it has cooled off quite a bit. And then down here at PSA 10, this is cheap in comparison. This card was like $4,000 or $5,000. And now it's down to about $2,000 December 1st for a PSA 10. And once again, as we speak about gold label BGS 10 for Dragon Ball, $2,671, 40 bids, $600 more than the PSA 10. So we'll go ahead and do a zoom up of this one as well. And let me know what y'all think about this one. And let me know which one you like more. Actually, out of all three, do you like the Gen 5 Luffy more? Do you like the Son Goku Awakened Power? Or do you like the Realm of the Gods God Rare Vegeta Unbridled Power more? Which one is your favorite out of the three? I'm going to have to pick this one. I don't know, man. The Gen 5 Luffy is fire, but, you know, I have to pay homage to Dragon Ball. That's what I grew up with. I have a special place in my heart for it as a kid. And I love it. And there's just two cards that I've been eyeing, and I will get my hands on them. I don't care if it goes to zero. This card right here is my number one. Out of the three, hands down, number one. Still a very, very pricey card. Hit me up, man. If y'all have these cards, hit me up if you want to trade them, if you want to sell them. But if you want to sell them, right, I want them in near mint, gradable condition because I want to send them into PSA or Beckett. It doesn't really matter for these. But yeah, hit me up on my Instagram, invest_daily21. If you have them, we can talk whatever deal you want to do. Hit your boy up. I appreciate y'all's time. Happy holidays. Be safe out there. I'll be back soon with another video, and I'll see y'all later. Out.